To whom shall I speak and give warning that they may hear? Behold, their ear is uncircumcised, and they cannot hearken. Behold, the word of the Lord is unto them a reproach. They have no delight in it. Hi there, and welcome to the Lakeith channel. I'm your host, Lakeith. How does one actually start an indie game without getting overwhelmed?
Most game developers never actually finish their games, not because they are quote unquote not talented or cannot code, but it's because they usually start the wrong way, and I would know.
I personally feel like this is the best time to be alive because of AI, especially if you're an indie and you're a beginner and you do not even know where to start. I feel like just going to ChatGPT and asking, what do I need to start game development? I would personally suggest you use Godot, the game engine, because we all have to think about the game engine, our skill set, and all those things. Most people, for most talented people, the game engine is probably the last thing that they ever consider when it comes to indie game development. You're an indie dev and you have a skill set. If you are great at coding, I feel like you should lean towards the coding aspect of your skill set. But if you're anything like me, I am more of an artistic person. Like I'm good at art and stuff, and that's what I lean mostly into. So the coding aspect of it, I mean, games are like 20 to 10% art, but no. Yes, 10 to 20% art, and then the rest is like code, because without code, everything that you see in my game, like every piece of art, the assets, every single thing will be made by me. Every single thing that you see in my games that I'll be making from here on till Kingdom Come, they'll be made by me. Get into game development, everybody tends to tell you to start with a 2D project. But if you're anything like me, you skip all the good advice out there from people who actually know what they're doing, and you jump straight into the big stuff. Basically, work from the top. Like start at the top and then work your way down. Like start at the tippity top. Like start with your hardest project, and then like start with the hardest project that you could ever imagine. If you want to make a GTA game, make that GTA game. And then if it, obviously you're not going to be making something that's going to work, obviously, because it's your first time. But I suggest you start with the biggest project you could ever think of, and then start working your way down, because that's what I'm personally doing. This thing called Playtopia, it's a game fest, and I want to showcase a game at Playtopia. Even though I've never made a game, I've never made and finished a game and published a game. I've never published a game, actually. Showcase at Playtopia. I want a game to be there at Playtopia. My 3D game that I've been making, Mr. Hiroshi Strikes Back, is far from being finished. It's so far in the game development phase. It's still like in the prototyping stage. So I decided to put it aside. I know this video is about finishing your games, but I decided to put it aside because I wanna make something that I can showcase at Playtopia. I decided to make a 2D game. If any of you have watched the last video, I talked about not liking 2D games. I am not a fan of 2D games, but I made an exception. I made something that I would personally play. A few days ago, I played Binding of Isaac, and it's quite cute. It's a good game to play. It's nice. It's nice to play. So I'm gonna make something not inspired by Binding of Isaac, by the way. I had the idea when I was sleeping in the morning, and when I woke up in the afternoon, because I wake up in the afternoon around 11ish. When I woke up, because I'm unemployed, if any of you might be asking, why is this guy waking up at 11? I'm unemployed. Woke up, I had the idea, I wrote it down, which is something that I never do because I usually just jump straight into it. I wrote down the idea so that I wouldn't confuse myself later on in the stages. Writing things down is very important, and I'm telling this mostly to myself because I skip most of the stages and just jump head first, and then I end up getting into trouble later on in the process. Decided to make a 2D. I think I'm gonna make at least 3 2D games. 2D is actually very simple. Maybe 2 or 3 2D games that I'm gonna showcase at Playtopia, because I know I'm gonna win. I know I'm gonna win that slot, and I wanna go there. But finances at the moment, it's tough. And the game submission date is somewhere in August, and we're in June right now. So there's not much time to actually make and finish Mr. Hiroshi. So I'm gonna focus on a 2D quick fast game. But it's not gonna be AI slop, or it's not gonna be slop. It's actually gonna be quite a fun fun thing to play. It's gonna be mad, man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be crazy. I made so many mistakes ever since I started this journey with game development. I've made so many mistakes. One of the biggest mistakes that I made was wanting to start with a big project, which in turn I am grateful for, because starting with the hardest, as I said before, starting with the hardest thing and working your way down is actually quite good, because your learning process, it's like going to train for karate and just going straight for a black belt before you go fight the white belts or the ones beneath or the ones at your level. Going straight to fight the black belt, there's insights that you learn, there's instincts that you pick up from fighting with a black belt. I hope that analogy makes any sense. That I've never actually done anything in karate or anything like that, but I hope the analogy makes sense. Anybody who's wanting to start, here's the biggest mistake I would say I made, starting with a big project without going into proper training, and I would suggest we watch this video right here. I've been watching this video. This is a very important video. If you don't know anything in code and you want to start, this video is something to watch. I'll just link it in the description for you. I think that's all I have to say in today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I am really trying to be consistent and post every single week so that more people get to see this goofy face of mine. Okay, let's be serious. Please watch this video next, and thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.